Okay, welcome back. Here we'll be discussing the grade 11, the fourth lesson. It's about finding the surface area of few solids. Now, first of all, now what do you mean by the surface area? That is, now like the normal area, you are going to find the area of few solids. Now, if you take a solid, say it's a sphere or whatever, a cone, or whatever, you are going to find the surface area. You know the meaning of a surface. You are going to find the area of the surface. Okay. Now here, first of all, we are going to speak about the square base right pyramid. Okay. Let me call the pyramid. Now, if you take a pyramid, now here we'll be speaking about the square base right pyramid. Okay, let me draw a pyramid first. Okay, think of a pyramid this way. Okay, this is done. Now in this pyramid, on the bottom part you have a square shape, and then on all four sides, on either sides, you have a triangular surface. Okay, now we are going to find the total surface area of the square based pyramid. Okay, now here, if you consider the base part, you have a square. Square means all sides are equal. Let me call one side as A. Therefore, all sides will be equal to A. Now here you have to find the surface area separately. First you have to find the surface area for the square base, and then you have to find the surface area of all four triangles. Now this is simple. Now for all these shapes you have to remember the equation. Also in our questions they will not ask you to memorize the equations. They would have given you, they will definitely give you all the equations. Therefore it will be easy. Now I will show you how do you get those equations. Now if you take this, you have to consider, now since square base is here, there is a height this way. If you take, this is the perpendicular height of the total pyramid. Okay, of the total pyramid, this is the perpendicular height. Also if you take this triangular surface, you also have a perpendicular height for this triangular surface also. The perpendicular height of the triangular surface, you call it as L. Okay, and then this height you call it as the H, the height of the pyramid. Okay, now observe. Now if I take only the square base, you have a shape like this. Square base, one side is A. So you can find the area, that is A squared. Area of a triangle is equal to A squared. Now also you have a triangle like this. This perpendicular height is the L and base is A, and there are four such triangles. On all four sides you have all four triangles with same length and base and all that, all are same. Now here what you have to do is, this is simple. Okay, you, in order to find the total area, what you have to do is, total area is equal to area of the base, plus area of triangles, of all four triangles. Okay, area of four triangles. Okay, now area of the base, that is, you know, it will be A squared. Okay, total area, I'll say A, plus you have area of four triangles, therefore 4 multiplied by, how do you find the area of a triangle? Half into base into perpendicular height, right? The perpendicular height is L. Now you are going to consider only the triangular part. Now therefore you have to take L and not H. H is the height of the pyramid, perpendicular height of the pyramid, but here we are going to find the surface area of the triangular surface. Therefore you have to consider L. Therefore I'll take perpendicular height is L. Also the base, what is the base here? Okay, you have to find it out. Okay, already given, so I'll just substitute. Okay, A into L. Now you can simplify this part. 2, therefore 2AL. Therefore total area is equal to A square plus 2AL. This is the equation. If you need to find the surface area of a square base pyramid, this is the equation. A squared means the surface area of the bottom part, and 2AL is the surface area of the triangular all four triangular surface. Okay. Now in some of the questions they would have given you only H, and you have to find out. Now you cannot use H in our equations. You need the slant height. Therefore now take this part, the perpendicular height of the triangular the square base pyramid, and also the slant height. Now this is H. Also this is L. Sometimes they, without giving you this L, they would have given you only H. You have to find out L. How do you find out? That is, since H is given, you can write H. This is a triangular perpendicular, you can use a right angle triangle. Okay, therefore you can use Pythagoras theorem in order to find L. How do you find this length? It is half of this length, that is equal to A over 2. So this squared, A over 2 whole thing squared plus H squared, will give you L squared. H squared plus A over 2 whole thing squared is equal to L squared. That is how you find that is equal to L squared. Therefore you can find L. That is how you find the surface area of a square base right pyramid. Okay, now let us check a question where in the same book, in the grade 11 book, I'll be discussing one question. Here they have said the surface area of a square base right pyramid is 2400 centimeters squared. The surface area of a square base right pyramid. That means a pyramid is given. Okay, a pyramid is given. I'll just draw a rough diagram. Okay, let's say this is the diagram they are speaking about. Total surface area is given as 2400 centimeters squared. Also, if the length of the side of the base is 30 centimeters, this length is equal to 30 centimeters. Okay, now all four sides have 30 centimeters of length. Now first one, you have to find out the perpendicular distance from the apex to the side of the base, and the second one, the height of the pyramid. Okay, how do you find the Roman number 1? The perpendicular distance from the apex to the side of the base. From here, the apex is this part, the top part, from here to the base of a side. Okay, is that correct? Okay, that means you are going to find L. Now you know the equation. What is the equation? A is equal to, equation A, area, A squared plus 2AL. Therefore area is equal to 2400 centimeters squared. A squared, you know, 30 into 30, that is 900 centimeters squared, plus 2 into 30. A is equal to 30 centimeters. 30 centimeter into L. So you have to find out this L. If you subtract 900 from 2400, you have 1500. So 1500 centimeters squared, divide by, making L the subject, you can divide it by 60 centimeter. Therefore L is equal to, how much is it? You have you will be getting here, you can by 2, then 5, 50, 25 centimeters. Understand? Okay. Now the next part, it's about a cone. How to find the surface area of a cone. Now even for cone, you have an equation given. You have to use that equation. Now I'll show you how do you get that equation? Now a rough diagram. Let me draw a rough diagram of a cone. So this is the cone. Rough diagram. You have a circular part on bottom, that is the radius is, we'll say r, and also here also you have a slant height. This we call it as the slant height L. Okay, now in these questions also the perpendicular height of the cone also might be given. We'll call it as h, or okay, we'll call it as, sometimes they would have given h, or maybe they would mention you the perpendicular height of the cone. Okay, therefore like we used it in the square base pyramid, you can, if the h is given, using r you can find the slant height. Okay, now think of a diagram this way. Okay, we'll call this as the cone, this as the cone. Can all observe? Okay, this part is clear, I hope. Now you have a circular part and a curved surface this way. Okay, now if I remove both, you have a circular part separately and a curved surface separately. Okay, now what I am going to do is I am going to draw both separately. Therefore you have a circular part, radius is r. Can't you find the area of a circular part? You can. You have to use pi r squared. Okay, that is clear. Okay, next you have a curved surface. Now what I am going to do is I am going to cut this, and then you have a shape like this. Okay, a sector. You have altogether a sector. Clear? Okay, now if you take this sector, the radius of this sector is not as L, it is different. It is equal to, if the cone is this way, it is equal to the slant height. Are you clear with this? It is just equal to the radius is equal to the slant height here. Therefore the radius I will call it as L. Radius is L. Okay, are you clear with this? Radius is L, and then the total circumference of this sector, it is equal to what? It is equal to, observe this carefully. Okay, this total circumference is equal to, now see the cone, say already the cone is made, it is equal to, this total circumference is equal to the circumference of the base, because this total length lies on the circular part. Therefore the circumference of this triangle, of this circular part, is equal to the same arc length. Okay, therefore what is the total? Okay, this is area. What is the total surface area of a circle? That is 2 pi r. Therefore this total length is equal to 2 pi r. Are you clear with that? Okay, therefore here I will use 2 pi r. Okay, now what I am going to do is, now this you can find out. Now the problem is this now. Okay, now I am going to, now there should be an angle also, no? Theta. You have already studied how to find the surface area of a sector. How do you find? Theta over 360 into 2 pi r. Okay, you are going to find yes, okay, 2 pi r. So 2 pi r is equal to L. Also you have already known that this total sector is equal to the circumference of the circle. Therefore I can use 2 pi r. Now using this I am going to find what is my theta. So I can cut 2 pi here, and theta is equal to 360 r divided by L. Now this is my theta. Now what I am going to do is I am going to find the surface area of this sector part. Normally how do you, not the surface, yeah, the surface area. What is the equation you use of the circular part? Tell me. Of the sector, how do you use? You use theta over 360. What else? Into u multiply by the equation. What is that? Pi r squared. Now instead of theta you have 360 r over L, and also there is a 360 down. I'll write it like this, and pi r is equal to how much? R is equal to L, therefore you have L squared. Okay, now what you can do is cut off this 360, cut 360 here, and 1L here, 1L here. So finally you have pi r L. Therefore total area is equal to pi r square, that is the area of the circular part, plus pi r L. So this L, you need the slant height. Sometimes in our questions they would have given only the height of the cone, therefore you can find L by using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, this is the equation. Let us try one example. That is, I'll take an example from the book. Okay, a cone is given. The slant height. Okay, if the slant height of a conical shaped sand pile, that means a sand pile, anyway it's a cone, with a base circumference for 44 centimeters. Okay, base. The circumference of the base is equal to 44 centimeters. The slant height is given as 20 centimeters. Now Roman number 1, you have to find the radius of the cone. How do you find the radius? Okay, let me use the equation. Okay, before going to the equation, now you know the equation of finding the circumference of the circle, that is equal to 2 pi r. Now already the value is given, 44 centimeters. Now by solving, let us find r. R is equal to 44 centimeters divided by 2 pi. So when I solve this, I'll be getting 2 into 22, the 7, I'll take it up. Therefore here this will cancel out 1. Finally you have r is equal to 7 centimeters. In this, the Roman number 2, they are asking you to find the area of the curved surface. What is the area of the curved surface? What is the equation you have to use? You have to use this equation. Understand? Because when we are finding the area of a cone, this equation is for the circular part and this is for the curved surface. Therefore they are asking you to find the area of the curved surface. Therefore I'll do it here. It is equal to pi r L. Pi is equal to 22 over 7. Radius is given as how much? We found it as 7 centimeters. And L slant height is given as 20 centimeters. Therefore this and this will cancel off. 22 multiplied by 20, that is equal to 440 centimeters squared. Clear? Okay. And the last part, we will be finding out the surface area of a sphere. Okay, consider any sphere you like. Okay, a sphere. Here there is a small theorem. It is related to a circumscribing cylinder. That is, a circumscribing cylinder means you take a normal sphere. Let us say you have a sphere with radius r. Now this sphere is put inside a cylinder where, observe this, where the radius is equal to the same radius r and the height is equal to 2r. Okay, so if you put it inside, you will get a diagram this way. Are you clear with that? Okay, I hope you are clear with this. Okay, now this is our sphere. You have the radius r, this also the radius r, the height is equal to 2r. That means it is equal to the diameter of the sphere. Okay, now this cylinder, you call it as the circumscribing cylinder. Okay, now there is a relationship. The relationship is the total surface area of the sphere is equal to the surface area of the sphere is equal to the area of the curved surface of the cylinder. Now if you take the curved surface, that means if you take only the curved surface and cut it, you have already studied that, you will get a rectangle part. This is the length and breadth. Okay, now here already the breadth is given as 2r. What is the length? Length is equal to the total length of the circular part, that is equal to 2 pi r. Okay, therefore the surface area of the sphere is equal to the curved surface of the rectangular part, no? The curved surface of the cylinder, no? Therefore, in order to find the total area, you have to multiply length into breadth. Therefore, let me multiply 2 pi r multiplied by 2r. Answer will be area is equal to 4 pi r squared. Are you clear with this? Okay. Now using this, let us do one small example. Now this, if I give you an example here, what do you need normally? You need only the radius. No? If you have the radius of a sphere, you can find out the total surface area. Okay. Think of an example where you have to find the total surface area of a sphere. Yeah, total surface area. Okay, we'll take the total surface area of a hemisphere. Then how do you find out? Hemisphere means it's just part of the sphere, no? So you have to find this total and divide by 2, or straight away you can divide this by 2 and write the equation as 2 pi r squared. Anyway you like. Okay, let me use 2 pi r squared then. So if I have 2 pi r squared, the radius is we'll say 7 centimeters. Okay, 2 into 22 over 7, radius is 7 centimeters. Therefore 7 into 7 r squared. This 7 and 7 will cancel off, and you have 44 multiplied by 7, right? 44 multiplied by 7 will give you 30. So 308 altogether. The answer will be 308 centimeters squared. Are you clear with this? Okay. If you have further doubts, let us solve some questions. In our next video, we will be discussing few questions.